Good morning, everybody. We're going to be looking at what is a modal verb. Today we're going to be looking at how changing that modal verb can change the meaning of a sentence, and we're going to be looking at how using those modal verbs are going to change and improve our writing and clarify the meaning of what we're trying to say. So, first job, make sure you have a pen and a piece of paper in front of you right now. I'm going to read a paragraph to you, and on those pieces of paper I'm then going to ask you to do a job. Okay, so listen very carefully. Tom was scared and unsure of what was going to happen next, but as his heart thumped loudly in his chest, he knew he couldn't save her without help. Tom found his group of friends and asked them, "Will you help me to save my sister?" Now, on your piece of paper, order the answers Tom got according to which one is most certain to help him through to the least likely. So the people you think definitely are going to help him through to the people you think no way, then definitely not going to help him. And then in a minute, what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the people who we believe will help him. So pause it, take a minute, and put them in order for you believe, and then I'm going to highlight the people that will definitely help him, and you can see whether you had them at the top of your list. Right, hopefully you're back now from pausing the video. So let's have a look. I would help you save your sister. Well, that means that they could, but they're probably not going to. I will help you. Well, that's a good one, isn't it? So that's someone going, yes, I will do that. So let's have a little look if we could find the bit of colour there. So actually we'll use the pen. So I will help you save your sister. I ought to help you save your sister. Well, that's saying that they believe they should do that, but they're not saying they're going to. I shall help you save your sister. So that's another sentence. I shall do that. I shall help you save your sister. So now he's got two people saying they're going to help him. I could help you save your sister. But again, that's somebody going, well, I could do it. I could, but they're not saying they're going to. I might help you save your sister. Well, again, if Mrs. Clark says, I might help you, that doesn't mean that she's going to. So I might is not a good answer. Now, I can help you. Now that one's a little bit, it could go either way, couldn't it? I can, if I stand in front of you and go, yes, and there's a yes before it, and I go, yes, I can help you, then, we could go, that's a nice positive answer. But if I just went, I can help you, that needs a bit more to it, okay? So we're going to put this one here. This one needs our additional more information. Okay. Very difficult to write without a pen. Okay, so moving on. Now, there is, and I'm going to put the link up, there is a BBC bite-sized clip that I want you to be looking at. I'm going to put that link up for you now. And that is about modal verbs. Let me put that there for you. Okay, and it's a BBC bite-sized clip, and it's all about what are modal verbs. It's under Key Stage 2, under English, under Grammar. It's a really lovely clip, bit of fun for you. Okay, and it talks about what they actually are. Okay, so what is an adverb? So pause the video now, see if you can answer what is an adverb. And if you know what an adverb is, imagine what do you think a modal adverb might be. And again, if you've watched the clip, it should have helped you with your answers. Okay, so adverbs are the words that add description to our verbs. So we've dealt with lots of those. So if Mrs. Clark is jumping, she could be jumping enthusiastically. Okay. However, modal adverbs are there to be used to express possibility, because that's what we're really discussing with modal verbs, the possibility of what could happen. Okay, so we've used them here. Perhaps Tom will save his sister, or Tom will certainly save his sister. And perhaps, no, that's my pen, perhaps, there, and certainly in this instance are our modal adverbs, because they're expressing additional possibility along with our sentence, along with our modal verb, which is will. Okay, so your job today is a really nice one. So all you need to do is you need to decide which ones are modal verbs and which ones are modal adverbs. Now you don't need to print this out. This is in the resource section for you, so that you can see it, because there's some more underneath, but you don't need to. All you need to do is write them out, and you need to, it says here, modal verb is a helper verb, which we've talked about, that expresses possibility, necessity and obligation. Okay, whether you are, there's a possibility you're going to do something when you're definitely going to do something, or whether you should do something, which is what we've talked about with Tom and his sister. Okay, modal verbs are often added to modal adverbs are often added to modal verbs to add to their meaning. So in the first sentence, and we'll do one together so you can see what you need to do. You need to underline the modal verb. Okay, and remember, modal verbs are made negative, so they're made into a negative by adding the word not. All right. In a different colour, in the second sentence, underline the modal adverb. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to start with orange, okay? And I'm going to underline my modal verbs in orange, and I'm going to underline my modal adverbs in turquoise. Okay, so it says here, you can't have said that to her. So I now need to find my modal verb. Now I know that can is a modal verb, so then I know that can't, okay, by adding the negative, by adding the word not, must be my modal verb. So I'm going to underline it in orange, and then I'm going to look for my modal adverb, which is added description to my modal verb. So let's read the sentence together. Surely you can't have said that to her. So I know that what's added description to my modal adverb is the word surely, which is added possibility to it. Surely you can't have said that to her. So what I want you to do is to go through all these sentences, and you can either write them down, you don't need to print them out, just write them all sentences down, and all you then need to do is underline the modal verbs and the modal adverbs, take a photo and send it in. You can also do it online, and you can underline it in Teams as well, and take a photo and send it in. So there are lots of different ways you could do it. You don't need to print it out, but you do need to then take a photo and send it in so that we can see it. Okay, that's today's job for modal verbs. Put a pause in now. Actually, we'll go through it tomorrow. With the next grammar section and see how you got on. Okay, speak to you tomorrow. Bye bye.